What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for TheLines.com. Let's talk some Thursday night football. We've got the Baltimore Ravens at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Everything we do, absolutely free. So please hit that subscribe button down below, including this article right here, absolutely free. We'll go ahead and flop this down to blended and take a look at this line between the Ravens and the Bucs. As we sit right now, 1.5 in favor of the Bucs. 45.5 is your total. Now, this on Wednesday morning was sitting as a point favorite for the Ravens. It has gone flip-flop through the 0 all the way to 1.5 there for the Bucs. Now, that was based off of an injury report that came out for the Ravens that, let's be honest, doesn't look all that great. I do think that people overreacted this a little bit, though. Calais Campbell is definitely out. We know that. Illness out. Mark Andrews, Josh Bynes, Gus Edwards, Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters, Ronnie Stanley, Brandon Stevens, Rashad Bateman. Yes, every single one of those players all listed as questionable for this Ravens team. I think that came out and people ran and started betting the Bucs. That said, Humphrey, Peters, Stanley, Stevens, Bateman, all full participants at practice on Wednesday. Still, it is listed as questionable because they didn't practice on Tuesday, but Humphrey, Peters, Stanley, Stevens, and Bateman, all full participants on Wednesday, which really does lean us towards them playing. Now, same can't be said for Mark Andrews. He didn't practice all week long. I'm going under the assumption Mark Andrews is probably going to miss this game. Can't say that for certain, but that seems to be how this is leaning. Then on the Bucs side, it's not really any better for them. And I'll just scroll down here. You can start to read some of the preview here. But Cameron Braid is out. Carlton Davis is out. Russell Gage is out. Luke Godke is out. Sean Murphy Bunting is out. Antoine Winfield is out. So that is 2 starting corners, starting safety, starting tight end, starting slot receiver, all out for this team. Akeem Hicks, Julio Jones listed as questionable. So it's not that much better on the Bucs side of things when it comes to everything. Now, what do we get in these teams? What are we getting out of these squads so far? And right now, the Baltimore offense has actually been pretty good. Now, have they sputtered at times? That they certainly have. But if you look at the advanced stats, they're still one of the top 10 offenses in all the NFL in most major categories. Bucs defense is still solid, though not as solid as we thought they were going to be throughout the course of this season. And the offense has been putrid for the Bucs, as we know. But the one thing that's been even worse is some of the defensive metrics on the Baltimore side. So, look, a bunch of injuries to deal with, a couple of underperforming defenses, one underperforming offense in the Bucs for sure, and then one Baltimore team that for whatever reason can score points early, not late, ends up getting kind of run down in the fourth quarter, things like that. So something's got to give, right? I mean, something has to happen here in this game. I'll scroll down a little bit further if you want to continue reading. For me, guys, the play really, I have a pretty strong lean to Baltimore, mainly because those injuries for this Bucs team are certainly significant in the secondary. And on top of that, just this offense has been sputtering so much. And so, look, if it looks like Peters and Humphrey are going to play for Baltimore, if you wanted to wait till this injury report came out 90 minutes before game time to bet this, I wouldn't blame you. I understand, because this thing could go completely south. Those guys could have practiced on Wednesday and just, can't go on Thursday. That's a possibility. So if you want to wait till 90 minutes before game time and get the official actives and inactives list, I wouldn't blame you at all. This number's not going to get 2, 3 or through 3 or anything like that or whatever. So, I mean, if you wanted to wait until things were officially official, I can totally understand that. I also have a pretty good lean in this thing towards the over, and mainly because of everything we're talking about. I like the Ravens. I'd take the 1.5 for them if I was playing this thing, but I like the over on the 45.5 too. And mainly because of what we're talking about on the defensive side of the ball for the Bucs, the Ravens defense has been getting run on all year long, even though this Tampa offense can't run the ball. But, even teams that can't run the ball have been running the ball in Baltimore. And so you would also think at least some sort of positive regression from the Bucs as well. I mean, they can't be this bad on offense. Like, they just can't be. With all that talent, they can't be this bad. I don't care if the offensive line isn't that great. They can't be that bad. And right now, they're allowing the third most pressure in all the NFL. And there has to be a way for Brady to figure out something, scheme up something, to get the ball out of his hand, faster, screens. There's something. Look, they'll figure something out. I do expect some positive regression for sure from this Bucs offense moving forward. So, pretty strong lean towards the Ravens. Pretty good lean towards the over. Again, I might even wait until the official injury reports are out so I can see what I'm getting my hands on here, because even though it looks like all those guys are going to play for Baltimore, it does bother me that there's that many guys listed on the injury report. That many guys listed as questionable. Eli's trying to wait for an in-game play on this. He'd like to play the Ravens at a fat number if that thing were to get going. That's kind of how he's going to go about all this. If I want to play it pregame, Ravens and over is the look for me. Ravens offense, even with Mark Andrews not out there, I still believe we'll be able to move the ball on this Bucs team that hasn't just been able to defend anybody for whatever reason. Here's the other thing. Tampa has actually one of the worst rush defenses in all the NFL. So we might see a ton of Lamar Jackson, a ton of Gus Edwards if he can go. We don't know if he can go or not. If he can go. Kenyon Drake maybe in this one. From a prop standpoint, I am assuming Mark Andrews isn't going to play. You can wait to bet this if you want to until it's officially official. Even if he does play, he hadn't been able to practice all week. I think he will be limited, playing limited snaps, maybe just in the red zone or something like that. So with that, I am on the over on Rashad Bateman. Look, he's going to have to step up and be the number one guy. He's going to have to create offense for this team. They will have no choice. So I'll take the over 47.5 yards for Rashad Bateman. This one's more just a hunch thing. Play it at your own risk. But Rachaad White has really been chipping in to Leonard Fournette's carries and Leonard Fournette's snap counts. So I've only got to get 16 yards out of Rachaad White. I only need 5 carries, 6 carries out of him for this to definitely get home. For a guy that, again, they spent a draft pick on. Leonard Fournette has been absolutely frustrating compared to last season. Trust me, if you have him on your fantasy team, I get it. But he's underperformed a ton this year as well. I think Rachaad White's time is coming. Will it be this game? I can't say for sure, but I will. If he ends up getting 12 carries in this game, we're never going to get a number as low as 15.5. So I'll play the over on 15.5, trying to get ahead before I'm trying to play catch up. Same game parlay pretty much just tells the story of what I'm talking about. I think there'll be points. I'll play the over 40.5. If you want to get a bigger payout, you could just play an over a bigger number. Obviously this is just an alt total for me. 41 being a key-ish number. 44 really being the key number, but 41 being a key-ish number. So over 40.5. Lamar has to get to 195 passing yards. Brady's got to get to 255. Again, if we're going to get over, we're going to need passing yards in this thing. So that's where we get there with those guys. And then their 2 receivers just get there. Rashad Bateman gets to 45 and Chris Godwin gets to 70. With that, we get a 4-1 payout. As I just said, if you want to get a little bit more froggy with the total, we could pull the 40.5. And like I said, that 44 number is key. So we could go over 43.5. If you want to do that, it bumps it to 425. So not that much actually for 3 whole points that we'd be getting. So I'd probably just play the 40.5 for safety and all that. But anyway, this kind of tells the story of a game that has over written all over it. And that's kind of what I'm saying. I have a pretty decent lean towards the over. So Lamar and Tom get theirs passing. Their top two receivers get theirs, and we get some points. And that's how we get there with that. Guys, again, Ravens over. I'm probably going to wait to see the injury report. Maybe there'll be some leakage before that throughout the course of the day. So that's something I could, that's something that might make me go ahead and get the bets in my account as well. If you're not following a list on Twitter of all the beat reporters, go to me, follow me at Matt Brown M2 on the Twitter machine. Go to my lists. And I made the most comprehensive NFL beat writer list and personality list that, just gives good information about football out there that you can find. Follow it. You will get the news as it is happening, I promise. So be sure and do that. And again, while you're doing all that stuff, everything's absolutely free. So here's the Discord. Join the Discord here at TheLines, and then let us know in the comment section how you're playing this thing. Click that bell so that you get notified every single time we put up a video. And of course, always go ahead, like this video, give us a little thumbs up there, subscribe to the page. Everything we do is free. It's good stuff, high quality content with all that. Good luck on your props. We're going to go with Rashad Bateman over on the 47.5. And again, this is just more of a field play. If you want to lay off of this one, perfectly fine, but I'll play the over 15.5 rushing yards with Rashad White, thinking that he starts to eat a little bit more into the snap count there from Leonard Fournette. Guys, good luck on all your bets here on Thursday night.